Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Arsenal open talks over a new contract for Mohamed Elneny. Arsenal are discussing a new contract for Mohamed Elneny and are hopeful that an agreement will be reached, according to a report from The Athletic. Elneny looked set to leave the Emirates when his deal expired in the summer. By mid-April, he had only completed 90 minutes once in the Premier League. Fabrizio Romano had claimed that no talks were expected over an extension. There had even been suggestions earlier in the campaign that Elneny's contract may be torn up. However, much has changed since then. The Egyptian has stepped up in the last 4 games and really shone as Arsenal continue their push for 4th spot in the Premier League. Ian Wright labelled him magnificent after the wins over Chelsea and Manchester United, and it seems that Mikel Arteta wants the 29-year-old to stick around beyond this season. The Athletic reports that talks over a new deal for Elneny are now underway. Arsenal are now determined to keep the midfielder and are hopeful that an agreement will be reached. Elneny is a popular member of the squad, so it will please many inside the Emirates if he now sticks around. Arsenal fans will probably not want to see Elneny starting when Mikel Arteta has everyone available. He has his limitations, and the Gunners look to be moving forward, but if he's willing to remain a squad player, it's surely a no-brainer to hold on to him for a little longer. He has proved this season that he definitely has a role to play, and obviously, his consistency should help push those ahead of him in the pecking order. Arteta deserves a huge credit for the work he has done at the Emirates, so if he feels that Arsenal would benefit from keeping Elneny for another year or two, there does not appear to be a reason to question him. Ian Wright really hopes that Nketiah doesn't leave Arsenal. Ian Wright has admitted to much of the day too that he would love Nketiah to stay with Arsenal now. Nketiah's future at the Emirates Stadium has been heavily speculated about, with the striker having just a month remaining on his current deal. Rather than exit with a whimper, Nketiah is currently showing his best form in Arsenal shirt to date. The 22-year-old has been given a run of starts by Mikel Arteta and is really proving his worth now. He hit both goals in Arsenal's 2-1 win over Leeds yesterday to further cement his place in their starting lineup ahead of Alexandre Lacazette. And Wright suggests that Nketiah now may have a real decision to make if Arsenal to go on and make it into the Champions League. It's a great dilemma for him, Wright said. I listened to him on the Beautiful Game podcast and he's saying I've not had a run. I've not even had 3 games on the spin. If I can get 3 games in a row and I'm not doing it, then I totally understand people saying I'm not ready, but he says just give me a run of games. Wright added, he's in a great position to stay, I'd love him to stay. Nketiah has always suggested that he wants to play regularly. While he's getting the opportunity now, it does seem likely that Arsenal will invest in landing a striker in the summer, which could knock him back down to second choice. Of course, if Arsenal make it into Europe's elite competitions, then Nketiah may still get plenty of game time, but it will be a real decision for the young forward to make his mind up over whether his progress would better be served by being the main man elsewhere, especially as his recent form suggests that he's more than capable of performing at Premier League level. Arsenal star Hector Bellerin offered to Barcelona after they showed interest last summer. Arsenal defender Hector Bellerin has been offered to Barcelona recently after they showed interest in him last summer. Bellerin is currently on loan at Real Betis, where he has managed 31 appearances this season. The Spanish right-back was in and out of the Arsenal team over the last few years, but has impressed this campaign in La Liga. Bellerin was recently offered to Barcelona, but it appears they are not interested in the Arsenal defender, according to Elena Condis Edo on Twitter. Bellerin is reportedly happy to stay at Real Betis on a permanent move this summer, and is even happy to accept a reduced wage package to secure the move, according to Football España. Arsenal have Takehiro Tomiyasu as their starting right back, with Cedric Soares as a backup, so Mikel Arteta could look to cash in on the Spaniard and strengthen other areas of the pitch. Ben White has even been utilized at right back this season, so it makes sense for Arteta to let Bellerin leave on a permanent deal. Arsenal also have youngster Brooke Norton-Cuffy, who has been impressive whilst on loan at Lincoln City this season, and Arteta might consider offering him a first-team slot in the summer. Italian giants considering a move for Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey. Juventus wants to sign Thomas Partey as they look to improve their team in the summer. Partey has been a key player for Arsenal, but the Ghanaian hasn't been a consistently good as the club hoped he would be when he first moved to the Emirates. Vigagist.net appears to suggest he's a player the Gunners will sell willingly, and it claims Juve wants to take advantage of that. The old lady has struggled in this campaign and wants to have a better one in the next campaign. Improving their playing squad will make things much easier for them, and they want to add Partey to the group. It remains to be seen if Mikel Arteta will sell one of his key men at the end of this campaign. Partey is a key component of our team, and it's hard not to loathe at a report claiming he's not doing well. We want more from the former Atletico Madrid man, but he has not done so badly that we will have to sell him soon. He's doing better in this campaign than he did in the last one, and he should improve even further by next season. Arsenal is still interested in Arthur Melo. Arthur Melo remains on the radar of Arsenal, and Toto Mercato Web claims they will move for him again at the end of this season. The Brazilian was on their radar in the last transfer window, and they tried to add him to their squad. However, the transfer never happened, and he remained at Juventus for the rest of the season. Mikel Arteta still wants to work with the former Barcelona man, and Arsenal will now make another attempt to add him to their squad. The report claims Juventus want around 40 million euros for his signature, but the Gunners value him around just above half that price. These clubs are still apart in their valuation of the player, but the report says talks will continue with both parties interested in finding a solution. Arthur would be a great addition to our midfield, and he would be the perfect experienced player to add to that position. He has not been in his best form at Juve because of their style of play. That should be different when he moves to the Emirates, but we need to find an agreement with Juve before we can think about the role he would play in our team. Arsenal is close to sealing the signature of Premier League midfielder Tielemans. Arsenal is close to completing the transfer of Tielemans from Leicester City, according to Sun Sports. The Belgian is the subject of interest from top European clubs in this campaign, and the Gunners have been one of his suitors. Mikel Arteta is rebuilding his team and looking to get them back inside the top 4 by the end of this season. Their midfield has some fine talents, but it needs to improve if they make Europe's elite club competition. Tielemans is on the radar of the likes of Liverpool and Real Madrid as well, and this shows the quality that the Belgian has. The report claims the Gunners will pay £40 million for his signature, but they might have to contend with serious interest from Real Madrid. The Spanish side has been on the lookout for a new midfielder as they prepare to lose Isco and Dani Ceballos. Our midfield will improve if we add Tielemans to it, and he can bring the quality we need to make an impression in the Champions League. However, we need to offer him a convincing deal before he can reject the advances of other clubs to sign for us. If we cannot make the top 4, the transfer will probably be off as well. Inter Milan hoping to retain Arsenal transfer target next season. Inter Milan are hoping to retain Arsenal transfer target Lautaro Martinez next season. After losing Romelu Lukaku last year, Inter Milan choose not to replace the Belgian forward and have utilized Edin Dzeko and Alexis Sanchez alongside Martinez this season. Understandably, they don't want to lose another striker, and Gazzetta dello Sport via Cult of Calcio are reporting that Inter Milan will do everything in their power to keep the Argentine forward. The report from Cult of Calcio also states that Inter Milan are in contract discussions with Paulo Dybala, but they hope the Argentine pair can be their striker partnership for next season rather than selling Martinez. The Times recently reported that Arsenal could renew their interest in Martinez after failing with a bid last summer. With Alexandre Lacazette and Emile Nketiah out of contract this summer, Mikel Arteta is keen to add more firepower to his front line. But to be honest, missing out on Martinez won't be a problem. There are other targets who are available in the market and can perform better than Martinez does. Also, they are cheaper. Arsenal want Raheem Sterling to become attack's focal point. Arsenal want Raheem Sterling this summer, with the Telegraph reporting that Mikel Arteta is ready to make the Manchester City star a focal point of the Gunners' attack. Sterling has enjoyed another impressive campaign for Pep Guardiola's man. He has scored 16 goals in all competitions, including 12 in the Premier League. He has also provided 7 assists, but it would appear that he could be on the move this summer. His current contract at the Etihad Stadium expires at the end of next season. Talks over a new deal are reportedly on hold while City focus on reclaiming their league title trophy. Reports claim that Arsenal wants Sterling this summer. Arteta, of course, worked with the England international while he was Guardiola's assistant. And the Telegraph is now reporting that Arteta is ready to make Sterling the focal point of the Arsenal attack, with Alexander Lacazette set to be out of contract. And surprisingly, the Telegraph adds that Arsenal hopes of signing Sterling do hinge on the Gunners holding on to fourth spot in the Premier League. Arsenal have been absolutely outstanding for much of this season, and should they finish in the top 4, they will feel that they have the opportunity to make some real statements in the market. Signing Sterling would be a massive statement for Arsenal. He has over 100 Premier League goals and he does not turn 28 until December. His contract situation could also open the door for a potential coup. City may not be able to demand as much as they would like for a player they spent £49 million on. He's an absolutely outstanding player, so it would be an amazing piece of business if Arsenal could convince Sterling to move to the Emirates Stadium this summer. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.